Hi, welcome to G7CR Spotlight, Season 2, Episode 12. Very excited and happy to welcome Chandrasekhar on Spotlight.
Thank you, sir.
You got married in the register, then you got married in the tradition, and then you got married to G7.
See the couples in park and this thing. See how they are enjoying. I missed every campus.
Where did you meet the girl?
Actually, she was my neighbor.
Pakkad mane hudigi. Okay. You used to go to the terrace and look at her?
No. Dengue and I got admitted in hospital. She was like started crying. I don't know. That was the thing where the spark came.
So this is called dengue love, you say?
I had made up my mind I will not drink in my lifetime. Only if my father force give me a drink, then only I will drink, or else I will not take it. That was my dream actually. So you gave me a drink and I thought, okay, like I kept you to that position, to be frank.
Then I have no words. I don't know what to say.
One day I will come and sit here and I will make him watch this video, but unfortunately, it's a dream. 13 days baby, he got a lymph over here. They said, no, we need to operate the baby. I was walking kilometers to interviews. Evenings I used to go for the baking kind of thing, the packing and all this stuff. My life actually I compared to a battery. If there is a plus behind, there will be one minus. Hunger makes a man change. That's what happened in my life, to be frank. Without money and without food, the struggles, right?
I have with me someone who's been working with G7 for many years now. I think almost 5 years plus.
Yes.
Someone who's transitioned from our BPO division to our cloud division. And someone who most probably knows a lot about our cloud division and a lot about our BPO division too. Very excited and happy to welcome Chandrasekhar on Spotlight.
Thank you, sir. It's been pleasure working with G7 and it's my family, sir. Actually.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, thank you so much for basically referring to us as family. We also feel you the same. So Chandrasekhar, I don't know how many people know you in the cloud.
Yeah.
You were very famous in the BPO.
Correct.
All the girls knew you at least.
Yes.
Now I'm putting you in trouble. I know you're married. Is your wife going to fight with you for this question?
No, not
No.
because she knows it actually.
She knows she's the only stupid girl who got interested in you. Nobody else will. So Chandrasekhar, we are going to start with understanding you. Okay, everybody wants to know you as a person, right?
Yes.
So tell me something about family first. I mean, mom, dad, brothers, sisters. Dad, I know, passed away recently. So sorry about that. Okay, but brothers, sisters, how big is family?
I usually, I have one brother and one sister and mom, like dad passed away recently. Like actually, I had a dream, like I wish he was seeing this, but unfortunately, he's not with us. Even I thought when Spotlights were introduced, I thought of like, one day I will come and sit here and I will make him watch this video, but unfortunately, it's a dream.
No worries. I'm so sorry. Okay, and I mean, sometimes things are so unexpected. It's very difficult to plan for it. But I wish we could have basically done better. But may God keep his soul in peace and give you strength. What is mom is working?
She's home right now. Yeah.
A brother, sister?
Brother, he has just even he's not working. He's just looking for a job kind of thing. Sister, she got married and even she has a boy who is 4 years old.
Okay.
And they live in Jigni.
Okay. And you also have one boy, 5 years old.
Yeah, no, 3 years old.
3 years old. 3 years old. Okay. Yeah. Very naughty, I believe. Does not let you work from home.
Correct. Even you were seeing, right? He was always behind me. Whenever I open the laptop, he will be doing this kind of thing. Everyone in my team knows him.
Cute. When did you get married?
It was in 2016, and
2016.
it was tragical. Like
Marriage is tragical always. Kidding. Sorry.
Actually, it was love marriage. Actually,
Okay.
so usually in home also they didn't agree.
Okay.
So there was lots of hiccups on that. Like once I did my engineering in 2015, what I did was like due to this all quarrels in home, that this I just left home at that time in 2015 without a rupee. I just left home, and then I stayed with one of my friend in Hebal in a room. Then like,
And the quarrels at home was because of the girl.
yeah,
girl. Okay.
only because of their misunderstanding.
Okay.
Because they were old people, they were in that mindset, like usually. So after that, even the girls' house also they started opposing. No, we will not give. There is no job. This kind of thing. So what I did was, on April 1st, it was 2016. I just took her to register office, which was just 500 meters from my home.
Okay.
Then we got registered over there. Then after that, it was very.
And you had no job, nothing. At that
Nothing
point
in hand, nothing.
Brave woman, man, and you're also very brave. Okay, nice.
So we made up our mind, like whatever it happens, we're gonna live together.
Wow.
We gonna start our journey. Then like 3 of our friends came even in register office. They were like, no, we need 1 month of time. All those things they were telling. Then one of my friend brought his lawyer over there, and all these things were full of tension at that time. Then we got married. Then my wife's father's friend was with us for signing kind of thing. Then they brought their father, and what they did was, okay, anyhow happened is happened. According to Hindu thing,
Traditions
we
get
will
married.
do it. You just leave our daughter here and go. Then I left her in our home, and I just went away. Then on 25th on the same month, according to the Hindu traditions, they got married in Chiktirupati, in the temple. Then
So you married the same girl twice.
yes, once it was registered, and the other time it was according to the Hindu tradition.
And your parents also came for this.
No, they didn't come.
They didn't come.
No.
When did they accept the marriage?
That was very recently when my dad got stroke. That was when I was working in BPO. In 2018-19, he got stroke. Then he was very critical at that time itself. Then at that time, I was made up my mind I should not visit them for lifetime. But time made me to go back because of my father, the only reason. I went back, and that time everything was normal.
Dad was happy to see you after that?
Yeah. Okay. He was actually, he's a kind of person, one like always fear for wife. He had lots of love to me, but he was not exposing it only because my mom would say something to him. So he hid everything inside him, and he didn't expose it out. So when I was back in hospital also, he felt very happy. At that time only, actually, we should have been lost him, but by God's grace, he was, other couple of years, he was pretty good thing.
At least he got to spend it with you, because otherwise I think you would not have gone back at all, right? So
that's
at least that 2 years God gave you guys to be able to bond and connect back again.
Correct. Then he was very happy with my son and everything. He used to play and all this kind of thing.
How did you manage now after marriage? You had no job. Okay,
Yes.
Parents were not ready to support. So how did you manage those days? I mean, friends helped or?
No, when I left my house without a rupee, I had a friend called Raghu who supported me. Whenever I used to go to interviews, he used to give me for bus charges and everything. Like I was walking kilometers to interviews. To be frank, I was not affordable to pay for bus charge as well. So it was a hard steps when I left my home. To be frank, then like I was not getting stuff and all. Then he was working in this More Mega Store. He was a baker actually. In bakery he used to do. Then like because even I was not getting jobs, so what I did was at least for something. What I did was even I went over there to earn something. Like they were paying me 2.5 for a month. Just evenings I used to go for the baking kind of thing, the packing and all this stuff. So for 3 months I did. That's it.
Okay.
After that, even I got problems with my wife's side family. Then I thought, okay, anyhow, struggled such a lot. Let's go ahead. Let's see what happens. Let it happen in life. Then I married. After that, 1 week I stayed in home. Then I got one consultant call. So there is a job vacancy in G7 Technologies as a student counselor.
Okay.
Then I said, actually I was looking for a technical job and this kind. She was like, you go there. If you like it, you can just go and we will look for technical also.
Okay.
She said. Then I came over here. There was a vacancy for one of the company education institute, which was top in the industry. And then I joined it, SMU. Process. It was very good actually. Like first time Santosh sir took interview and he asked, will you be able to do it? I said, yeah, I will be. Then Dinesh sir took the interview.
Okay.
Then I joined there on May 10th. Like right after 1 month, like 1 week after my marriage, 25th
Wow.
April was
Okay.
my marriage. Then 1 week I joined.
So you
the
got
company.
married to 3 people actually in a time of 3 weeks. You got married in the register, then you got married in the tradition, and then you got married to G7. Because you've been with G7 from then to now.
Yes.
So G7 is one of the wives right now. Like,
Correct.
right?
Actually, it's one of my wives.
Amazing. So within 1 week after marriage, you landed the first job.
Yeah. Then after that, the journey begins. Like now, whatever I have achieved, though I have not achieved to the top level, but where I'm standing, that is only because of G7. That's I tell everywhere where I go.
No, that's because of your efforts. You never give so much credit to the company. The company always gives you what you earn, and you've been good. You've been working hard. I know you're one of the hardest workers we have. I didn't know you in the BPO when you were working for the council, but now I see you're a hard worker. So you should reap rewards, and much more actually. Much more should come. you're under rewarded right now. So I'm sure more has to come. More should come in the coming days.
Yes.
How was the job experience there in terms of, because there it was a lot of incentives, right? It was a sales driven.
Yeah. So though I joined job for less salary, incentives made me crazy thing over there.
Right.
So even I had plans like let me switch to technical, doing engineering. Like before this job and before marriage, I got a couple of offers from top companies also, and that was for BPO.
Right.
I had, to be frank, I had attitude like did engineering and why should I go over there? Then
marriage and responsibility changed the attitude.
Correct. Some point of time it got changed, and like hunger makes a man change. That's what happened in my life, to be frank. Without money and without food, the struggles, right? So after joining G7, nowhere I have faced such issues. So that's what happened actually. After that, I carried the incentives which I was getting over there drawn me crazy, and I didn't even think of going to a technical thing. When I'm getting handful, why should I change the thing? Then after that, slow by slow, even the process got shut down. Then I got another offer also, which was like double the salary what I was getting, but I rejected only because of that, because I like almost 3 years I spent over there. Then I felt did engineering and at least I should do a technical job. Right. Like then engineering will be not in use.
Right.
Then so that was the reason I joined here, and hopefully I'm doing good.
You are working hard. That much I know. I could see that. What was the top incentive that you drew? I'm still talking about the first part of your career. What was the top incentive that you drew?
It was nearly 50K.
50K, amazing, man. So you're a good seller. Maybe we should put you in our sales team. And that was a fun experience, right? Because I think the BPO also had a lot of activity, a lot of cheerful crowd. Okay, it was
Correct.
a very different experience compared to our technology division. Our technology division, a lot of serious people. We are always basically talking technology and so on. But there was a lot of fun. I used to come onto that flow. I used to come rarely,
Yeah.
but when I came, there was a very fun vibration which you got there. So how was it a fun environment? Was it
It was really fun environment and also
pressure?
No, I didn't feel pressure over there.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a good environment actually. I had set of people and everyone were girls, to be frank. So we had a gang over there, like Shruti, Reenu, and all the colleagues who were working with me. We had good experience. Like we used to eat together, and like it was a timely manner, sharp this time, direct this time, thing, and it was good actually. Whatever we were target was given, we were achieving in a timely manner and over thing, and so it was good experience overall.
Excellent. And then you transitioned to the cloud, but before we talk about the cloud experience, let's talk more about the personal experience. So I understand there's been a lot of turmoil. What was Dad into? Dad was into business. He was into
no, actually he was a government employee, KSRTC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he was working as a senior security guard over there. Okay. So initially he was security guard. After that he got promotion as senior security guard. So all those things, like even my dad, he was he believes people blind way. He lost a lot of money due to that, and like according to his standards, at least we should have been in some other level, to be frank. But unfortunately, he was not able to make it up because again he had habits and believing peoples and all this kind of things.
So right now you are the responsible for mom, brothers also. Brother also is not working, so you are the whole family in charge.
Correct.
Wow. Okay, so it's a big responsibility, right? Does it pressurize you? Do you feel stressed about it, or?
Yeah, big responsibility, and also like there is a slight conflict in the family as well. Like from the childhood, I have seen my mom. Like she has mentality, like still the old granny is what they have. Like she has a mentality like whatever she said, that is correct. Even it is false, it should be proven it is correct. So like I wish my mom would change that one attitude, but she has never done that from my childhood. So that is there.
How has marriage been to you? I mean, with all of the struggles, have you been able to basically find support from home? Because I see you as a very loving husband, because I know you're a very family oriented, at least that much I understand of you.
Correct, because see, my parents brought up in such a way that I was always been family oriented. Like whatever used to happen in home, they used to be dependent on me. Right. Like any festivals or anything, like I used to go get all that things. Like I brought up like that. Right. So it is continuing as such. The only thing, like my parents were not acceptable. I don't know the XYZ reason, because they didn't accept, so I left the homeland. The only reason was they believe most in this black magic kind of thing. That's unnecessarily, my father spent money over there. Oh, okay. So,
like, I mean, that is more than the mistake of the person. Also, it's a victim, because the other person makes you believe that. And once they make you believe, then you get into a lot of stuff.
How much ever you tell, they don't believe. Like they tell, no, that's kind of thing. They have done something. When I liked my wife also, they had in that intention
that someone did black magic on us.
Black magic on me. They have performed and they have taken me from. I was like, so this tradition they are brought up with. So
it's surrounding, right?
Surrounding. So we can't change that also.
Which is your hometown actually?
Pure Bangalore. It's
pure Bangalore.
So, Indranagar.
Wow. Okay, so mom, dad, all are from.
Mom is from Apretipalya, Indranagar, 6th Main.
Okay.
And dad is from Dupnalli.
Wow. And still, I thought you were from some rural place where black magic. I mean, this happens in Bangalore also. Still, wow. Okay, this is learning for me also. This is scary actually, because I thought Bangalore people don't believe in that stuff anymore because this is more urban, right? So
no, that is what like their tradition. I don't know why they follow this kind of thing. Even I got fed up. If I tell that's not gonna work, no, like. Your child, you don't. Now also they tell you don't know nothing. That is there. That attitude has to be changed from there.
Okay, let's talk about happier days. Okay,
yeah.
Where did you meet the girl?
Actually, she was my neighbor.
Oh, pakkad mane hudugi. So you seen her first. You proposed. She seen you. Tell us something. How did the love happen?
Love basically like. She was my neighbor. Like initial days.
So you used to go to the terrace and look at her?
No. That scenario didn't happen.
Okay.
No, I'll tell you the spark really where it got from. She was my neighbor. Like casually only I was like we didn't had that intention though.
Okay.
Like once in 2013, I remember I got dengue and I got admitted in hospital.
Okay.
And I don't know what was running in my mind. At that time, she came to hospital and she was like started crying, this kind of thing. And even I felt like crying at that time. I don't know. That was the thing where the spark came from.
Otherwise,
like,
she was just a neighbor. And
yeah. Otherwise,
so
it
you
was
guys
just
used to
neighbor.
play together, talk to each other. Hello, hi.
Okay. It was just that thing. So after that, we got into that mode.
She came and started crying because you had dengue. Wow. Okay. So this is called dengue love, you say. Okay. Now this is bad promotion. Now everybody in office will think if I get dengue, I'm going to find a girl. You're going to make dengue in demand now. Huh? Okay. So she was sad because you were in hospital. She cried. Yeah. You also cried. So who proposed? Who now? She proposed you?
No,
proposed?
After that I only proposed.
You only proposed.
So after that, somewhere around, it took 3 to 5 months
okay.
me to propose her.
Okay. And you were in college at this time?
I was in college.
She was also in college? She was studying?
No, she was not studying. She was stopped her education because she was from a village background.
Okay.
So she was stopped her studies.
Okay.
Then the mistake what I did was at that time I told my mom like I'm liking this girl.
Okay.
Like after getting married, my sister get married. I will marry at that time only. Then my mom started big drama and all that. From there on, the problems started continuing. Then one last day. You don't know like how many black magic things they did at that time.
But you guys still got married.
They used to send me some fellow, like he used to give me some taita, that kind of thing. You will forget that girl. I told okay, let me see. Then like actually some like that point only made me still stronger to get born.
That's what I'm saying. If I had to know your mom and dad, I would have given them the easiest way to ensure you never got married is to give you freedom. After 1 year, you would come and say, I'm not marrying the girl. The minute they create restriction, after that you get stronger, I have to do it, correct? They helped you guys actually. They helped your love become stronger. So how many years were you in love? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years?
2 years.
2 years.
2 to 3 years.
So what used to happen? You guys used to hide and meet, movies?
No, nothing. Apart from phone calls, nothing.
Oh. So
that's what I tell, like whenever I see the couples in park and this thing, see how they are enjoying. I missed every chances. Not even a movie, not even a park. Nothing happened.
Did you do all of that after marriage?
After marriage.
After marriage, you did all of that.
With the license.
With the license. How has the life been after marriage? I mean, do you get support from the wife? Because your work is hard. With G7, at least I know, sometimes you're working the whole night, sometimes you're working the whole... There is no timing as such when we are working in the cloud division. So how is the support for the work, support for the other things?
Yeah, so she always support me like every time, even when I was in BPO and when I got this chance, she was very happy. And she always tell me like at nights if I'm stressed and if I tell, it's not happening, she'll tell, be calm, do it. Wow, like she supports me always.
Amazing. I think one person to support you, I think, is good enough. You can fight the whole world, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I always tell this person, this one person who you marry is able to stand by you. Then you can fight the whole world. Okay, you're not scared of anything. So
Correct.
good to know she's the support system across all the difficulties that you
Yeah,
have around it.
that's correct.
How is the experience being a father? We have a lot of people who are in G7 will be getting married. Some of them are going to get a kid shortly. Deepak is another 3 months he will be a father. How was the experience being a dad?
It was really very happy moment of the life. The way when she got pregnant and we went for scanning and doctor called me in and he displayed the baby inside.
Right.
So that was the moment I felt very happy, and it's unforgettable moment. Even now I remember that moment. After that, I didn't know. Like I was hoping for a girl baby, really. Then,
all the guys who go to all the temples in the world saying, I want a boy, God will give one after the other, he'll give only girls. And the ones who go and says girl, they will get a boy. I don't know why he does that, but that's the way it is.
Then even during her pregnancy time, delivery time, we thought it will happen normal delivery, and we waited, and she struggled a lot at that time. We were almost into tears. Then they did operated and they took and they came, it's a boy baby, and that was the happiest moment. The first call I did was for Santosh sir.
Okay. Wow.
Because at that time, Santosh sir and Dinesh sir, they were very supportive for me. Like in any prospect, as I told you, like it was one of the family members, right? So first call was for Santosh sir at that time. Then it was very good actually. Like my life actually, I compare to a battery, like plus and positive. If there is a plus behind, there will be one minus. Then right after that, I was very happy. I went to Tirupati and all, and I just came back. The same night, like he got a lymph over here for 13 days baby.
Dad. Baby. Okay.
Baby. 13 days baby. He got a lymph over here. Then we took him for hospital. Initially, we took him for clinic. They said, no, you have to go to a big hospital. Then we came to CMH. And there they got admitted. They kept in observation for 1 day and they said, no, we need to operate the baby.
Wow.
13 days baby. A horrible situation. Like then I took those reports and I went to Manipal hospital. Like Santosh sir referred one doctor. Santosh sir only sent the reports and we referred to them and multiple doctors, 3-4 doctors. We took the advice. Everyone said it has to be operated. And then forget about the money. Like 13 days baby getting operated. We were not in that situation to assume that also. We were in very happy moment. Suddenly this happened. Then like I don't know what happened. It was a miracle actually. After that, slowly it got, without operation, it only got reduced.
Seriously?
Wow. He had a lymph over here almost this big.
Okay.
Then the fever, everything got down. So what doctor said was, let's wait for a week and let's see what happens. If not, we have to operate it. Then by God's grace, it reduced by its own. I don't know what miracle happened at that time.
Right. This is very impressive, because this is good actually. Either the doctors were bad and they were trying to make money by saying operation, or a miracle happened. Either one of the two, right? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like that's what, like my life is carrying with one good thing happened beside one bad thing is happening. Like I don't know when it will get changed for me.
No, it should not change. It should be like that only. Because see, if only good things happen, then you stop being happy, right?
Yeah.
Because only good things. God is making you happy all the time. Because one bad thing is happening, you're getting sad. Then when good thing happens, you feel very happy. Okay, so I think it's okay. Let it be balanced. But otherwise, if I know you had a dream of becoming a pilot.
Correct.
You still want to become a pilot?
But there is no chance. But
There's no chance. Why no chance? Maybe one day I'll buy my own private jet. I'll make you the pilot. You'll self-learn.
That would be there. Usually, this dream came up like when, like from childhood, my journey was almost, like poor, middle class, now upper middle class. Like it has come like that.
Right.
So now, after joining to Cloud Division, almost I had some upper class level parties also.
Okay, do you normally drink? Because see, when you come to the party with Cloud Division, it's like, I don't drink, and we have to force you to have one tequila shot. You drank in the BPO anytime in the parties, or you never used to drink at all?
No, I will tell you that story actually.
Tell me the story.
Because my father used to drink crazily.
Okay.
I had made up my mind I will not drink in my lifetime. Okay. And I had a dream also, like only if my father pours into the glass and give me a drink, then only I will drink, or else I will not take it. That was my dream actually. So like when last time when we went like 2 months back or something,
right,
you gave me a drink and I thought, okay, like I kept you to that position. To be frank, I told my wife also, and see, because of that only I drank.
So sorry, I didn't know the story. I usually force everybody if they come with me to, they say at least have one drink.
No, actually, like
sorry,
it's 30 years. That was the first time I drank what you put. That was the first time.
Then I have no words. I don't know what to say. But next time I need to be careful who I'm forcing actually. But how was it after having a couple of drinks? I think the next time you had a drink with, you took wife and went to Jess's party.
Right? Correct. So at that time I just had a little bit.
Okay. So do you find a change in you or something? You're becoming a drunkard or something, or it's just happy?
No, the first time when I drank, it was almost I think 2 larges or something I took, but I didn't find any difference.
You didn't find any difference. Okay.
No, it was okay.
It was okay.
I don't know, because it was in gene.
So
my father's used to,
you have ancestral strength.
My father's friends used to tell me, like if he go for full bottles also, he will not get tight. You have such father, so I don't know, it's in genes or something like that.
Smoking, you've not smoked?
No, not
smoked. This is good, actually speaking. And you've not had any other girlfriends apart from the neighbor girl?
In schooling, I had actually.
In school, you had a girlfriend. Okay, tell us about the story. You proposed in school. You didn't propose. What was the story in school?
No, usually in school there was a girl. I would not like to.
Don't say the name. Don't say the name. Yes.
Like we were very close actually, and the friend circle,
they put the fire. They put the fire. They put the fuel.
The fire, and even that time I proposed her, and even she was agreed actually, and we continued still second PU.
Okay.
Then after that, some misunderstanding happened, and I told no, we can't go further, and we broke up over that.
Oh, okay. And then after that, it was the neighbor.
Yeah, after that it was the neighbor.
How difficult is it managing all the stress that you have, which is personal stress, of course, financial responsibilities, and also the work stress, because G7 is a stressful environment because of the kind of knowledge levels demanded, the kind of customer challenges that we face. So how are you managing this stuff?
So the managing, sometimes even on the work thing, I miss out couple of things to do, but later on I will just get to know that, okay, this is the mistake, I will not take it forward. And personal stuff, it is always there. From my childhood, brought up with the personal pressure and all this kind of thing. So family pressure is always there. I'm trying to manage everything equally. Even like, my mom, and she also fought very recently, and that was a horrible thing. Even that, I said from now onwards, you are not going over there, and let them not speak to you. You be in home. So all these things.
No, I understand. This stress is very difficult to solve also, because these are things which have to solve themselves actually. And sometimes just give it time. That's all I would say. Just give it time, things get better. If you had to change something today in your life, what would you change?
Changing, Like to be more active. That is one thing is there, because usually from because I brought up like that from childhood, the things what I do, it takes some time. Usually I came like that, so I take, but I will do it. I will take some time, but I will do it for sure. That's there.
Excellent. So you want to change that? You want to?
I want to. Taking time, I should just reduce it down.
Reduce it.
That is there.
And now let's talk about the cloud division, your transition from the BPO, because I know we knew this process was shutting down. So we said anyone there who's interested to join the cloud, we gave the offer, and I think some three of you guys, 3 or 4 of you guys.
No,
3.
almost we 6 joined, but 3 almost. With 3 are written, 4 are written back.
4 are written. So, and this transition was a very difficult one, because from an environment of non-technical environment, where it's 4 years that since you did engineering, any which way doing engineering, you would not have learned anything. But whatever little you learned, you would have forgotten now after 4 years. So you had to relearn from scratch, right?
Yeah.
So was it very difficult, because a lot of pressure was there, right? You had to, we put you in training and we said we will throw you out if you fail certification.
Correct.
So
that
how much did you hate me? How much did you shout at me at that point of time when that pressure was there?
No. Like that pressure, like it's not about the hate kind of thing, because it made me learn many things over there. Like when I was in BPO, I had, to be frank, I had a mindset, okay, Chris, he's a billionaire, that's why he has established the company, he's running the company.
Oh my God. I wish it was true.
No, that was
the perception.
That was the perception, because sometimes Dinesh sir used to speak about you, he is that technically good, that like all these things. But I didn't know you personally at that time, because you were hardly coming over there, right? So after that, when I joined the training, I got an opportunity, and when I joined the training, at that time, the way you trained, the very first day, I just, the perception what I had you,
I'm not the billionaire.
Thank you. The very first day, it got changed, and the way you were teaching, right? So it amazed me. Like at the very first day itself, I thought, okay, being with a great personality, I can reach the level where no one can imagine. So from that day, like even the first exam which I took, it was
Windows Server.
Windows Server.
Right.
And even that, I unfortunately first time I was not able to clear.
I remember. I remember.
Then you called me into the cabin, and I explained you the scenario, what happened at that time, and like you gave me an opportunity, and it was a golden opportunity, to be frank. And after that, I didn't even fail in any other exams, which I took 5 certifications after that, which I even for engineering exams I didn't study
so much. But are you feeling good getting this technical knowledge now? Because I think now you have, it's almost 1 year now, 1.5 years?
1.5 years.
1.5 years. So 1.5 years, I think, from almost no technical background, zero. Right now, I see you are able to do a lot of stuff which is complex. So are you enjoying this experience? Of
definitely I'm enjoying it. Though challenges are there, like I get a lot of support even from my team as well. Right. So I'm able to do it very enthusiastically. Excellent.
So who are your best friends in G7?
Best friends, like in BPO, there was Shruti, Reenu, all these friends. And in BPO division, I have Megha Rani. And after joining migration team, like, you know, all 3, Soumya ma'am, Shweta and Naman, right. All 3 are best friends.
Best friends, okay. And who are the people who you think who don't like you in G7? 1 or 2 should be there. Now, don't tell me no one, huh?
Like who I don't know.
Who you don't like, or they don't like you? You think they don't like you?
Like the other person who doesn't like me. That's what you're asking.
Or you don't like them, either way. One person. And this is not serious. Maybe that person just irritates you sometime, or said something rude or something like that. Maybe for momentary you did not like the person. It's not that you hate the person.
That moment, actually, I had with Sharath, one who like he came from BPO and he got expired also, like and that guy.
Achha,
Like,
so you guys never used to get along.
But because I used to advise him every time, like don't do this, that. So he was sitting.
Excellent. So I have to ask this question. I ask this to everybody who's on this chair. So if you were the MD of G7 for one day,
Okay.
what are the things you will change?
The things what I change, because already it's according to the set goal what it is going across. So change, I think that prospection, but what to tell?
Something that you thought if this was done, it would be nice or something like that. So you have full powers, you're the MD. So is there anything you'll change?
Changing part, I usually don't see anything, nothing to
Amazing.
change,
Okay,
because everything is
perfect.
because
You're
everyone
perfect
knows.
company. Okay, good. Now let me ask you some controversial things. Now you reported to Dinesh in the BPO.
Correct.
And after you joined here, you reported to Soumya.
Soumya.
No other reporting.
No
right,
other
so far, right? Okay, so tell me the difference between Dinesh and Soumya.
Yeah.
Both of them are your close friends, so I know this is difficult now, but good and bad differences you have to tell me.
No, like almost I see like a 90% similarities between both of them, because Dinesh sir, he also always speak logically.
Okay.
Like whatever it is, he speaks logically, and he makes understand people more better, like on his prospects.
Okay.
Whatever he thinks, he makes his team also to think in the same way.
Direction. Right.
So he has that capability actually. Wherein Soumya ma'am, I think even she has the same perception, but the way the explanation, it has to, like, I'm not telling it is bad, but few improvements when comparatively, when Dinesh sir and Soumya ma'am, when comparatively, the
little more time and a little more detailed explanation.
Because I think that is because Dinesh sir has a lot more experiences,
management experience,
experiences
people for a long time,
and all those things.
Totally, I'm sure Soumya
will match up, but definitely she will match up.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure on that.
What was the most craziest thing that you did in college, which was like very bad kind of stuff? I mean, not really bad, but it was really like kind of, you got into a lot of trouble.
No, in colleges, like in schooling, I will tell about the schooling, one incident.
Cool. Okay.
I had a friend, he's a Muslim guy, Saqib. Okay, so like always we used to speak in Urdu only in school. Like, I learned Urdu, like I speak more fluently than a Urdu guy in Bangalore now.
Okay.
So that is because of him.
This friend.
Okay, so always we used to go together. Like if you want to go to restroom, we used to go together, eat together, and we used to sit in the last bench and we used to talk.
Okay.
Our HM used to hate us like crazily. Always she comes and she tells, "What, you both are husband and wife, or what? You always be speaking like that over there." Then she has punished us many times, standing on the bench and kneeling down outside. And all this stuff. And even they used to not. Once I remember they just told us to stand and told you are not going to lunch as well.
Okay.
So we didn't go for lunch and everything. So after that evening, somewhere around other couple of classes were there. Our class teacher came and said, "Why you guys are standing?" We said HM said us to stand. Then go ask permission. Then we went to HM and we asked permission, "Ma'am, why you guys came?" She was like, "Ma'am, you made us stand right, ma'am, in the morning. So you guys, what, your husband and wife, or what you will be speaking always so much stuff and all those things." So then she told, "Okay, go for lunch."
She would have forgotten actually that she told you guys to stand. That's why for so long you guys stood. You had to go earlier.
Then all these things were there. So it was good actually. Schooling also was a great memorable thing. And in college, there was one incident happened. Like everyone planned for mass bunk. So everyone went, and what we did is me and other friend, both we stayed back.
Okay.
So then the college principal, this was in engineering. Then all came, like the very next day when principal entered the room and they said, everyone stand up, and they said only us both to sit. Everyone were staring at us because we planned it mass bunk. Everyone went and we were still over there. So that was the thing which embarrassed, and all were hating us.
I can understand in college that can happen very quickly because like you never supported the people who want to mass bunk. What was the best experience you had in the BPO? I mean, where you were very happy, which was work related, not personal.
Work related, there are two scenarios in BPO. One thing, still I have fans over there.
Okay. All the 5 girls were reporting to you.
No. No, not about colleagues I'm speaking about. I'm speaking about the students.
Students, okay.
One who I counseled
and did courses and so on. Yeah.
So there is a guy, I think some Bihari or Orissa, I don't remember his exact place. Every day, I don't know whether he tells good morning to his parents or not. Okay. Every day, good morning, sir Ji, he sends me a message. Wow. Without that, he will never start his day. Even now. Wow. And he keeps my son's DP or my DP like very often.
Wow. Okay.
So, like even that job, right? I was very satisfied because I had a huge fan following over there. Right. The students, like who used to join, right? Like because of you only, I'm doing this great. And there was a person who was about 50 plus years of age. He stays in Gangtok.
Okay.
And he has a flat in Electronic City.
Right.
Like he got admitted, and because of that, he passed his 2 years of MBA technology, and he got his higher position and all that kind of thing. After that, he came to Bangalore. He just took me for a lunch, and all these are unforgettable memories.
Oh, these are very nice.
Even in job, getting a relationship with multiple students, even that's almost, it was like a teaching profession.
Right.
So like even the students, I don't know like how many are hating me, but still there is set of people who address me.
You created value for their life, right? In
value
some way
for
they feel that you basically help them change something, improve something in their life. Amazing.
So I have set of people like you do for us, even like at least it's a happy moment, right? At least one guy in the life, he is he got something from you. Right. That is a good moment, actually.
Absolutely. No, this is very, very nice. And education is always basically a very good field to be in. Okay, and it's nice that you're able to create those kind of relationships. Very, very. That shows a good quality in you as a human. How has been the best experience in the cloud division, where you felt very happy because you did something?
That was for one customer, actually, when we migrated them, and even he sent feedback also stating that during our production hours, this was done without any interruption and all those things. So I felt very happy when customer tells you, even in technically, at that time I feel okay, even I'm very much good.
Amazing.
But not as much as you, but still that's what I said, you're right. Like I have attitude of learning slowly, like which I have to change. I'm pretty sure I will change that
I'm
attitude.
also sure. I mean, when you are with us, it means you're good. It means you will basically be able to do great things. So we believe in you, and I'm sure you should believe in yourself too. So no worries. This has been amazing talking to you in terms of basically understanding a lot of the personal stress you go through, the work stress. And I understand, technology would have been difficult because it was after 5 years, 6 years of engineering almost, you had to relearn a lot of things from scratch. So it's been a lot of hard work for you to reach here. So, so good going, very, very good going. Okay. And hope to see much more better to come.
Yes.
Okay. Now we reach that critical part of our episode where we are going to do something called the rapid fire. Which you're familiar with.
Yes.
Okay. And no cheating on the rapid fire. You have to give me one name for every question that I ask you. Right?
Yes.
Question number 1. Hottest girl in G7.
Very repeatedly asked question. And
you answered this in the pub, but everybody didn't hear. Now everybody will hear.
Like, though I didn't had that prospect anywhere, but I should take out a name.
You have to give a name. That's
Ah. So I'm thinking who to.
You're thinking you will not tell the truth. Without thinking, you should tell.
Hottest in the sense.
Rapid fire, Baba. The hottest girl in G7. That's it. Whichever name comes first to your mind.
Rashmi, sir.
Rashmi?
No, you will be confused.
Okay, no, I understood. Okay. No, Cloud Division.
No, I said Cloud Division only.
Rashmi in Cloud Division?
Next, I think next spotlight.
Oh, okay. The Rashmi from Spider. Okay, fine, great. Okay. So otherwise I was confused. We have a lot of Rashmis. Okay, great. Thank you for clarifying which one. Question number 2. Reporting manager. Okay. Choice. Soumya, Naman, Jacinta.
Soumya, ma'am.
Soumya, ma'am. Okay. Question number 3. Who is the person who gossips the most in G7?
Gossips. Like
Apart from Chris. Just in case you tell my name.
No, but I have never come across such person. Like, at least I have not heard such gossips.
Okay. Who's the person who bitches the most, cribbing all the time, always crying?
Crying. It might be me.
You? No, you cannot say you. You have to say somebody else.
I think few times it would be Shweta, sir.
Shweta. She's the crying person. Final question. If you were asked to ask people to report to you, if you were given the ability to choose people to report to you, who would be the first person you'll choose? That is, you are the boss, they will report to you, you are the manager. And you are given choice to choose the team. Who is the first person you'll choose?
Naman, sir.
Naman. Amazing. Okay. So thank you so much. So we end this rapid fire round. I'm going to give you the gift of the cup. I'm also going to send you a 6,000 rupees gift voucher by email, which you can use on Amazon to basically buy, shop something from there. I'll send it to you by email because I run out of cards. So I'll send you the codes with an email, and you can validate it.
Thank you, sir.
From the heart, I would like to thank you, Chandrasekhar, for all the things that you do for G7. I know that it's hard work working in G7. Okay. I know there are times where you'll be working 14 hours, 16 hours sometimes, okay, to get certain things done. And because of all the efforts you put, G7 is growing. We are having a lot of credibility in the market. So from the heart, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure, sir.
So here is the cup. We do a small little formality.
Yes.
This photograph you choose, man, you look so different. Okay, you look like that movie guy who's that new movie which has come, right? What is that?
Which movie, sir?
I like that song, that Kannada song which is
Pogaru.
Pogaru. You look just like that guy. You choose this photograph? Gracie choose.
No, I sent couple of pics. So
this one?
No, I sent 2 pics. One was with the white background. So she said white cup, it will not look good. I'll take the blue t-shirt one. So
very nice. Okay, nice pic. So signature and the date.
Should I sign here?
Yeah, you can sign anywhere, top, down. Thank you very much. And once again, thank you for everything that you do for G7, and thank you for being on Spotlight.
To be frank, I should thank you very much, sir, because today what I'm, the standard of living or the way of living what I am today, that's all because of G7. Sir.
It's because of hard work. Okay. So, and we'll be happy to support anytime, wherever we can. Okay, so like you said, we are family.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Chandrasekhar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.